Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing well. So in today's video, I have a glam makeup tutorial and eyeshadow palette review for you guys on the new Morphe 35U Gilded Desert palette. Shout out to my husband for getting this for me. This was a present and it's honestly such a beautiful palette. You guys can see the look that I created with this palette. It's so beautiful and it has such beautiful shades in it. Let me give you guys a little sneak peek. Look at this beauty. So if you guys are interested in seeing me play with this palette and create this beautiful glam makeup look, and if you're interested in knowing what my honest thoughts are on this new Morphe palette, then make sure to keep on watching. Alright you guys, so to get started, I'm going to go ahead and prime my face. For primer, I'm going in with the Skin Inc Supplement Bar Serum Glow Filter. Next, I want to go ahead and add some nice radiance and hydration to my face. And to do so, I'm using the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Ultra Fine Mist. And to color correct my face, I'm using this Charlotte Tilbury color corrector in the shade Medium 2. So next I want to go in with foundation, and I've currently been loving the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation, and this is in the Dewy version. I recently rediscovered this foundation. I loved it a few years back and I'm just loving it all over again right now. It's a beautiful, affordable, full coverage foundation. This one has a nice dewy finish. There's also a matte version as well. So I'm going to go ahead and apply this all over the face. So next I want to go ahead and prime my lids, and for primer I'm using the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer. And I'm just going to set the lids in place with my Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. Alright, so next I'm going to go ahead and do my eyeshadow, and I'm super excited to be jumping in to this new palette. This is the Morphe 35U Gilded Desert palette. Shout out to my husband for getting this for me as a present. This is such a beautiful palette, you guys. Ooh, let me show you a close-up. I'm just so in love with the beautiful neutrals and browns and just gorgeous shades that are in here. I feel like these tones are really gonna complement everyone, and I'm super excited to be playing with this today. I'm honestly a sucker for neutrals and brown tones. I feel like I can create endless looks with these shades, and yeah, I'm so excited to jump into it. So I'm gonna start off with the shade In the Dust, and I'm gonna apply this color onto the crease. This is going to be my transition shade. This eyeshadow is blending so effortlessly, and I love how beautifully it's building up. It's really easy to blend out and I'm just loving it. So far so good. I'm just dragging the color a little bit on the outer corner as well, just smoking it out. Alright, so I have the transition shade down and I'm loving it. It's a beautiful, neutral, cool toned transition shade, and it was really easy to blend out. I really enjoyed working with it. So now I'm going to go ahead and cut my crease, and I'm using my full coverage Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer to do so. So I'm all done cutting my crease. Now I'm going to go ahead and add some shimmer to the lids. I'm grabbing the shade Full of Flash and applying that all over the lid. Next, I'm grabbing the shade Look This Way, and I'm gonna apply this on like the middle portion of the lid. And this is like a beautiful brown shimmer shade. It's like a cool toned brown. One thing that I can really appreciate about these shimmers is that I'm not seeing a lot of fallout on my face. They're really nicely packing on to the lid with nice pigment and no mess on my face, so I'm loving it. Next, I'm taking the shade Sonora, and I'm just taking this color and applying it onto the outer corners of my eyes. And this is just gonna add a really nice dimension to the eyes. Going back in with our crease shade in the Dust, I'm just going to dust this color onto the crease once again, and also on the outer portion of the eyes, creating a nice outer V. This is just gonna help tie everything together. And going back in with the outer corner shade and really just darkening up the outer corner and just dragging it up a little bit halfway through the crease. Taking the shade Look This Way, I'm just reapplying that on the center of the lid because I feel like it kind of lost its way as I was blending. And same with the shade Full of Flash, just dragging it to make sure there's no harsh lines and that everything is nice and blended. I do see a tiny bit of fallout on my under eyes, so I'm just going to flick it away with a brush. So taking a break from the eyes, I want to work on the face a little bit, and then I'll go back in and wrap up the eyes. So I'm concealing my face with my Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer. And just using the concealer, I'm going to sharpen out the eyeshadow and just clean it up like that. And to set everything in place, I'm going in with my Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. So while everything is baking and setting in place, I want to go ahead in and do my eyeliner. For eyeliner, I'm using the Tattoo Liner by KVD Vegan Beauty. Eyeliner is complete, and now I'm just going ahead in and wiping away the translucent setting powder because it's all done setting on my face. I'm just taking a little bit of setting powder. I'm going to set my cheeks for when I go in with contour, highlight, and blush. I'm gonna grab the shade Sun Seeker, and I'm just taking this on a small, dense blending brush, and I want to concentrate this on the outer corners of the eyes, just in that area, because I want to add a little bit more dimension to the eyes. And you can see how elevated the eye is looking already in comparison to not having that shade there. This color is so beautiful and it's very pigmented. So far I've been loving this palette. I find all the colors to be very pigmented, really easily blendable, and I'm just having fun working with them. This is a beautiful palette. And I'm just slightly dragging the brown upwards towards the crease just to blend everything out and make sure that there's no harsh lines. Taking the crease shade in the Dust, my transition shade, I'm just dusting this onto the entire lower lash line. Taking the shade Sunseeker, I'm just applying this on the outer portion of my lower lash line. And I'm just going to touch up my eyeliner since I did kind of fix up the eyeshadow a bit. I'm going ahead in and doing my brows, and I'm using the Gimme Brow by Benefit. Alright you guys, so I quickly went off camera and I put on some false lashes and some mascara. So for falsies, I went ahead in with the Kiss No.1 lashes, and for mascara, I went in with the Maybelline Green Edition mascara. I did do a review of this mascara recently, so if you guys aren't interested in checking that out, I'll have the video linked up here and also down below in the description box for you guys. So next I want to go ahead in and contour my face, and to contour I'm using the Nars Laguna bronzer. Taking the bronzer on a small eyeshadow brush, I'm just going to contour my nose. And just going to clean up the contour with a little bit of setting powder. Next, I want to go ahead in and add some blush to the face, and I'm using the new Benefit blush in the shade Terra, and this has a beautiful golden brick red tone. Just gonna soften out the blush a little bit. For highlight, I'm going into my Ace Beauty Glow Essentials Highlighter Palette. Look how beautiful this palette is, you guys. I think I'm gonna go ahead in with this shade right here, and it's called Beaming. Look how beautiful this glow is, you guys. I can't get enough of this palette. It's so beautiful. I'm going to take a little bit of this color and also apply it into the inner corners, just to add a little bit of a pop to the inner corners. Alright, so the last thing I have to do is my lips. For lip liner, I'm going in with the ColourPop Lippie Pencil in the shade BFF3. And for lipstick, I'm going in with a Huda Beauty Power Bullet Matte Lipstick, and this is in the shade Wedding Day. I'm just going back in and lining my lips with a little bit of a darker lip liner, and I'm using the shade BFF4 by ColourPop. Alright you guys, so that is pretty much it for today's makeup tutorial. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Overall, I want to say that I absolutely love the Morphe palette that I used today in the tutorial. It is beautiful. The eyeshadows honestly performed so beautifully. You guys saw on camera, so I'm definitely obsessed and I definitely recommend it to you guys. I'm honestly not surprised because I love Morphe products. I have a lot of Morphe eyeshadow palettes and they do not disappoint, so definitely go ahead in and try out this palette for yourselves and let me know in the comments what you guys think. All of the products that I used today on my face is listed down below in the description box, so make sure you guys check that out. And if you guys haven't subscribed already, make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload. And you guys, that is pretty much it. I want to thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye guys!